More of them later. Hello again, so welcome to part 2 of Scootering to Greece with me and the ADV350 plus an emergency cheese and spinach pie from the Greek version of Greg's. Well, after a fabulous night's sleep on the good ship Superfast 4 on the ferry over to Greece, it's now about 7:30 in the morning, and as you can see it's sunrise, and in the distance that's Albania sliding by, and to the back of me is Corfu. We'll get a few shots of that in a minute. Well, as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit obsessed about this chair and the reflection. I don't know, it speaks to me of the existentialism of Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus. Yeah, I know, got all pretentious now. But yeah, I don't know, quite like it. Like the shadow, and I like that little yellow sign above it. This is what composition is all about. Right, enough of that nonsense. Well, here's the ferry hold. Just docks at Higgins. Like a cat's cradle of rope. I'll tell you what, it's absolutely baking. So I docked and disembarked from the ferry around an hour and a half ago. So got into Igoumenitsa absolutely on time, and then navigated my way up to here. So I'm heading towards a place called Kanitsa at the moment, not too far away, so I'm taking it really easy. And as you can see, I'm kind of climbing into the mountains, and it is absolutely stunning. I mean, really, I've only done about, I don't know, 30 or 40 miles, outside of Igoumenitsa so far, and it's been brilliant. I mean, excuse me, I've got the roads to myself, the lovely tarmac, very well surfaced. I'm not on the smallest of small roads, I'm on probably quite a major trunk road, but I'm avoiding motorways and dual carriageways and stuff now. Yeah, so I'm heading over to Kanitsa. And you know what, I am absolutely so happy. I know I keep on saying that, but it's been brilliant. The roads are brilliant, which I'll show you in a minute with some GoPro footage. I love the fact that I don't really understand what's going on, in terms of the language and the signs. I walk into shops, I don't understand anything. I don't understand the Greek alphabet. To use that horrible cliche, it literally is all Greek to me. The road signs, sometimes they use the, the Western alphabet so you can understand where you're going. But I just like that feeling of, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what things are. I don't know what people are saying. And it's just brilliant. I've turned off the Garmin GPS and I'm just kind of following my nose around some of these brilliant bendy roads. So on that note, I'm going to hit some of these fabulous roads, eat me cheese pasty and get cracking. Tell you what, it looks really nice actually. Now, I wasn't going to eat it for a while, but I don't know, I think I'm going to have to give it a go. Cheese and spinach pie. Beautiful scenery, great road, fabulous scooter. Oh, well, how could it get any better, I ask you? Oh, I love it. Anyway, slow down, icy roads. Well, I don't think so. It's currently 27 degrees, but it has to be said, where I'm heading to, the village of Kanitsa and all the surrounding area, they're basically mountain resorts, and they're also, ski resorts as well during the winter. So obviously not yet in September, but what a glorious place to come to, really. I mean, when I booked this trip, it was like February, I think it was, February this year. So as you can imagine, in the depths of a Northumbrian winter, it was freezing cold, there was no daylight. I'd kind of got that Anglo-Saxon, kind of melancholy, where I just eat bread, chips, potatoes, beer and cheese and stuff. And, I was so looking forward to this holiday, and it kind of kept me going through the winter. And now that I'm here, it's fulfilled everything that I wanted it to do. And I've only been here sort of like 2 hours, but I just absolutely love it already. There's just a sense of, calmness and serenity and beauty and warmth and sunshine. So, if you're thinking of somewhere to come, somewhere that you haven't visited before, try Greece. I mean, I know like Nordkap and, heading further north, into Norway and Scandinavia and stuff, it's quite popular at the moment. But, this is a great alternative, for the autumn. I mean, look at it. It's brilliant. What more could you want? Right, here we go. Simple pleasures. I haven't done this for ages, so if my technique's rubbish, don't blame me. Fourer! God, four in my first go. 3. So I've got to pot now. Right, this is going to be a 4er, 5er. 2. God, going downhill. Right, come on, lucky stone. 2, 3. God, my arm's aching now. You know how feeble I am. Oh, brilliant fun. I'm going to build a dam now. Bit deep though, isn't it? Bit wide. Probably upset the locals as well. Well, that's the end of day 1 in Greece, and it's been utterly fabulous. It's exceeded expectations. I mean, I'm tired, but I've had a fabulous, fabulous day. It's been brilliant. Gorgeous weather, of course. You know, can't understand a word of everything. Had a fabulous cheese pie, and just waiting for the sunset now on this fabulous old stone bridge. Can't wait for tomorrow. So day 2 in Greece tomorrow, and overall that's day 7, I think. And I'll tell you what, I'm having a ball. Blimey, I'm excited. So here we are at one of the viewpoints of the Vikos Gorge. Now you're probably not going to be able to see it very well because given the time of the day the sun is right over the gorge and it's pointing towards the camera, so it's all a bit hazy and stuff, but hopefully you'll get the idea. And anyway, I'm going to go to a few other places where we'll get some other views. But I tell you what, when you've got your own eyes here, it's pretty bloody incredible. It's given me a bit of a sense of vertigo actually. Because it's sort of so steep and deep. It's utterly, utterly incredible. I mean, I've seen this view on the internet, you know, like loads of times, but gosh, when you see it in person, it is quite something. It's completely and totally brilliant. Not only was the road coming up here like that, there's another one on the other side that's even more like that. And the views are just stunning, and it's so quiet and beautiful. It's wonderful. This is brilliant. If you're looking for a place to come with fabulous roads, great food, quiet, not as packed as the Alps, come to Zagoria in Greece. It's brilliant. You can probably hear I'm getting all emotional. It's fabulous. I've been waiting to come here forever. And it's been a brilliant decision. Right, I'll leave you to your breakfast and I'll see you later. So that was definitely highlight number 1. While we're here, let's have a look at some bags that have parked up from Switzerland. BMWs. Oh, look at that. Big old Indian. It's nice, isn't it? Quite like the green. And there's the mighty ADV. God, honestly, outcools all of them. Quite like that Indian. Safe journey. Hello again. Now it's first thing in the morning. Well, not quite first thing in the morning, it's 10:30, but even so, I don't normally eat chocolate at this time of the morning. And the reason why I'm eating my emergency bar of Ritter dark chocolate is because since I bought it on the Newcastle ferry, it's gone through the melt solidify cycle about 7 times, and every time I do feel like a bit of emergency chocolate, you know, it's like they've got the consistency of Nutella and I don't really fancy it, get it all over my face. Anyway, enough talking about chocolate. I've been looking at the fabulous map of Greece, proper paper map, none of that GPS nonsense. And I've been to one of the viewpoints, which you've seen earlier, of the Vikos Gorge, and I'm going to head over to another one and a lovely little village called Pepingo, partly because the village is lovely and there's some rock pools nearby, but also because the road does that. I mean, it's exactly what you want, isn't it? So this is a beautiful spot, and apparently this water is drinking water, and definitely the frogs like it. Look at this little guy, isn't he lovely?
When water running, it's very, very clear.
Ah, good. I will fill my bottle up.
You visit Greece, other place?
Yes, I'm staying in Kanitsa, going around Zagoria to Mitoria.
Victoria?
Konjica.
Ah.
Victoria.
So 2 days, 3 days, and then back home from... Another reason why travel is so utterly amazing and why Greece is fantastic. So that couple I was just speaking to then, man and wife, the guy had a bike, I think it was a Honda 800 or 750 Shadow, very proud of it, showing me his photographs. And then just as they were leaving, his wife went into the car and gave me 2 of her homemade biscuits to a traditional Greek recipe. I mean, brilliant, brilliant, I love it. Anyway, better get on this ride now. So I'm going to finish eating my rather oddly shaped Ritter Sport chocolate. I'm going to strap the GoPro to the scooter and then join me for a ride to Pepingo or Pepigo, because it's going to be an absolute belter. Blimey, what a road. Was that one of the finest, most wonderful twisty roads ever? I might actually post all of the GoPro footage, you know, with the GPS track, because it's worth looking at it. That was absolutely staggering. And the views, I hope it came over in the GoPro, but, you know, basically these mountains behind me, you know, the sides of the Vikos Gorge, just staggering. I was rubbernecking all the time. Oh, great fun. Anyway, we're now in the town of, or the village of Pepingo or Pepigo, depending on which map you look at, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to have a look around, take some shots and stuff while I'm blabbing on. And also, I've come up with a title for the videos. So every time I stop and I meet some other, you know, two-wheeled folk, you know, there's the usual fraternity stuff, having a chat and all this kind of good stuff, where have you come from? And then when they find out that I'm riding a scooter, you know, when we get back to the bikes, you know, they all look at it open-mouthed and go, what? You've come from the UK on that? You're riding a scooter? How was it? So I think, you know, some paraphrasing of that is going to be the title for the YouTube videos. What? You've come on that? Question mark. So what I'm going to do now is go for a walk around, get some footage. I'm going to eat those biscuits that lovely couple gave me that stopped to say hello before. And yeah, I'm just going to soak it in. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. It's tremendous. Greece just keeps getting better and better. I am absolutely in love with this place. It is so beautiful. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do 2 videos about Greece. So I'm going to have to do, I think, this region. So around the Zagoria region and the Vikos Gorge, where I'm whizzing about today. And I think I'll do another video which is all focused on Mitoria, because I think when I get there, I think that's just going to blow me away as well. But this place is just wonderful. I'm hoping that you're getting a sense of, you know, the beauty and the tranquility of the place. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, so whether this video is going to be, have you really come on that? And what was it like? I think, you know, to paraphrase, it's, of course I did, because why wouldn't you? Look at this place. It's great. I'm having a tremendous time. Well, this very peculiar and strange place is called the Stone Forest. I'm just on my way to another viewpoint to the Vikos Gorge. Well, I just stopped off here, set off early this morning. But wow, what a peculiar place. So it's day 8, the 8th of September, and I'm exactly halfway through the journey. So it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, just look at this amazing place. And I started this morning off with a fabulous walk down the river valley. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the valley because I'll just get the pronunciation totally wrong, so I'll put it up on the screen here. But it's a beautiful valley. I walked probably about 3 kilometers, and it does go to a monastery very high up in the mountains. I got within sight of it, and you can see some pictures here. I didn't quite get up to the monastery because the temperature was getting a little bit hot. You know, the old aged joints were giving me a bit of jip. But wow, what a beautiful walk in the morning. So yes, and then I set off, and now you find me here in the stone forest, and we'll be moving on shortly to go and have a look at another viewpoint of the Vikos Gorge. But I'll tell you, this area of Greece, I know I keep saying it, Zagoria, and we're in the Pindus Mountains now. It's staggering. Around every corner there is something to look at. And I think the other great thing is that, you know, particularly for motorcyclists, or, you know, or for any traveller, I guess, is that, you know, there are petrol stations everywhere. Even the smallest villages have a little tiny mini market and a taverna, and somewhere to eat. And, you know, as I say, there's always petrol, food, water. The tarmac's really good. So you've got everything that you need, even though it seems like really far away. So yeah, it's a great motorcycling destination. It's just glorious. I love it. Love it. Wow, what a peculiar place. So I'll show you a few more shots of it and the views. But yeah, it's very, very unusual. And what's nice is that some of the villages around here, the architecture sort of seems to mimic these rock formations, as you can hopefully see, or you will see. The rock is all kind of layered, striated. It's really interesting. It's so peculiar. And usually, you know, when you hear the name of a place called the Stone Forest, or, you know, or something similar, you always think it's going to be a bit of a disappointment. But it seems to go on for absolutely miles of these strange columns of layered rock. You know, it's almost, I mean, it sort of looks man-made. You know, it's almost like, you know, is it those temples in Vietnam? It looks like that, and there's all creepers and really old plants and trees, and it's utterly astounding. So we'll have a look at some footage and see what you think. If you're in this area, come here. Wow, what an amazing place. And I think the other thing is, and I think I mentioned it in Switzerland, is that, you know, it's not just fabulous destinations like this and wonderful roads that make the holiday. You know, it's also the personal interactions, the unexpected interactions that you have with people along the way. You know, like the elderly couple yesterday who I met at a water fountain. You know, we chatted for about 5 or 10 minutes, really friendly. The guy had a bike, of course, showed me the pictures and all his grandkids and all the other stuff. And then just as they were leaving, the lady, his wife, reached into the car and brought out 2 homemade biscuits and gave them to me. I mean, how lovely is that? Humans are brilliant. And the biscuits were great with a cup of tea. So yeah, it's stuff like that, you know. And I'd say, like, if you were thinking of coming away on your own, don't be worried about it, you know, and don't think that you're ever going to be alone, because you're not, because actually it makes you go out and speak to people instead of staying in a group. So there's a lot of value in travelling solo. So if you're thinking about it and you're a little bit nervous and maybe not too confident, I would say definitely do it. It will really open your eyes, and it will really make you understand and see how great human beings are. Human beings are brilliant. You know, just these little interactions, they really can make your day. Right, I know this is going to be very dangerous. It's going to be like Jenga. Should I or shouldn't I? Bollocks. That didn't work too well. To put another one on now. Right, last one, then I'm going, because otherwise I think the whole edifice is going to come tumbling down. There we go. Success. God. Don't know why I'm speaking so quietly. So I should. So this is the very edge of the Vikos Gorge. It's very much definitely an edge. And I can assure you, I am not going any closer, because even as it is, I'm feeling a bit peculiar. I mean, what? That's the end of the 8th day, and just like yesterday, I set off early from the hotel, and I've been riding around for about 7 hours, and I've done 23 miles, so I've done even less last time. But yeah, I'm speechless. I mean, I've spent most of my time here at another viewpoint on the Vikos Gorge, and it is unbelievably stupendous. I really just hope the footage that you're looking at the moment is going to do it justice. I mean, when I was researching this place, you know, like back in February, of course, you know, the photographs look amazing, but really, crikey, it is absolutely tremendous. I mean, it's staggering. It really is staggering. So I'm going to get back to the hotel now. So tomorrow I'm packing my bags, and that's when I head over to Mitoria, which is where the monasteries are, which are perched on cliffs and stuff. And no doubt once I get to Mitoria, I'll say I'm going for a ride, and I'll probably do about 3 yards because I'll just be staring at things with my mouth open. But I mean, come on. I mean, what is this like? It is absolutely gorgeous. The Pindus Mountains, the Vikos Gorge in Greece, it has exceeded all of my expectations, like by a factor of 1,000. It's incredible. It really is incredible. Oh, can't wait for what tomorrow brings. Hello, good morning. Well, it's first thing in the morning here in Kanitsa, and I'm just about to set off and finish packing and head off over to Kalabaka and Mitoria. So this marks the end of part 2 of the videos. The next part, or the next video, will be all about Mitoria and Kalabaka and maybe a bit of the Greek coast as well. But all I would say is that my time spent here in the Pindus Mountains in Kanitsa and the Vikos Gorge and Zagoria has been completely brilliant. What can I say about the place? I mean, it is just amazing. It's beautiful, generous, serene, gorgeous and wonderful. I can't speak more highly than that. I mean, it's just an incredible place. I've had a fabulous time. So if you are, you know, thinking of coming to Greece, thinking about where to go, I can highly recommend this area. I mean, I've only scratched the surface. I mean, you know, I've been to Papigo, the Vikos Gorge, the Stone Forest, a few other places, and there is so much more to see. So whenever the video comes out, when you look at the footage, might look great, but that is only just a tiny part of, you know, what this region of Greece has to offer. It's brilliant. I love it. Right, I'm going to get going. I'll see you in part 3.
Did my name on that?
I did.